Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artist, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am Art, and I am your host for I Am Smart, the quiz where people look to improve their art, their lives, and their selves through learning and earn the right to say, I am smart. The format of this quiz, very simple, very straightforward. 3 rounds of questions for your brain, 3 musings for your imaginosphere, and a 2-point bonus round at the end. 20 points overall, that's our max. That's our Maximilian point total. All you're going to need for this quiz is very simple. Something to write with, something to write on, a brain for thinking, and an imaginosphere for imagining. Optional, of course, is a beverage. I don't have a beverage. I've told all of you to get a beverage, but I haven't even got a beverage. Oh my goodness. Did I get a beverage? I did get a beverage, but I must have left it outside. I'll go without a beverage for the time being. We do like to kick things off with a toast. I can't do a toast without No. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, guys. It's been a while, you know. Left it in the kitchenette. Left the old drink in the kitchenette. Tale as old as time, am I right? Tale as old as flippin' time. Here we go. Here's your toast. Here's your toast. Lovely in purple. To the Lionesses. England's women's football team, who just hours ago competed in the World Cup final. A feat that no English team has achieved since 1966. With the hopes of maybe 2/5 of the nation on their shoulders, they fought valiantly, but ultimately lost to Spain. They fell foul. Such a simple thing, such a really simple, devastating thing, unfortunately. The Spaniards were a better team. If it wasn't for that, I think they definitely would have taken home the trophy. Well done you, nonetheless, to the Lionesses. Let's double dip for that first one, if we please. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hello, Smarties. Gosh, it's been a while. A month. A month since we've quizzed. It's been a long time since it's been a month since we've quizzed. A couple of exciting episodes of Art Right Now in between, and a break week, of course. So this is all just wonderfully fresh and new and vibrant, like a brand new baby or something. We are having that wonderful problem that I do love. So I really don't want you to think that I don't love it, where my chat isn't updating properly. Is it as simple as a refresh? Is it as simple as a refresh? Can it be that simple? Luckily, I have the laptop here that is giving me all of the information here. Hello to you, Gamer Hole. Hello to you, Uncool Town. Maple Panda, good evening to you. Good evening to you, Maple Panda. SJ Beck 72, lovely to see you as well. And M Acton, tuning in. See if you can see. Just not updating. For no real reason. For no real reason. Alert box, chat box. Let's see. Yeah, well, never mind. It's going to be a great quiz. It's going to be a great quiz. It's Maple Panda. Or should I say Dag from the Netherlands? You're in the Netherlands, Maple Panda. For business, for pleasure, for tracking down a long-lost relative or inheritance. Have you perhaps chased some kind of ne'er-do-well? into the Netherlands, where they're trying to lay low, but obviously they'll have to lay very low because it is a very flat area. Chasing cheese. Well, that's as fine a reason to travel as any other. Uncle Town is as well. Okay. Little Nederlandische contingent. How very exciting. I can't remember any Dutch. I hope you're enjoying your trip and we're going to have a great time doing the cruise. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it, I think. That's pretty much it. Lovely to see you all. The high point scorer last time, if we can cast our minds back that far, gosh, was TB Douglas, but we don't seem to have TB. Are you in the chat? Please make some noise in the chat if you are TB. Maple Panda, we have had no smoke and some pancakes. Wel, that's good. The gold member, of course, the third in the Austin Powers trilogy. Schmuck on a pancake, bong on a crepe, something in a blintz. Maybe it's a bong and a blintz. Something in a crepe then. It doesn't matter. I'm glad you're having a wonderful time. TB doesn't seem to be here. Which means, of course, oh no, is the thing not working? Is the emote wall not working? That's a shame if that's true. Let's see, let's pop another one in there. Oh no, okay, maybe I just need to refresh it. That, of course, means that we do need to pick 3 rounds, which is, we'll get into that later. But let's pick some rounds, guys. I feel like picking some rounds. Do you want to pick some rounds? Let's pick some rounds. Yeah? Pick them. 1, 2, 3, go. There's your 3 rounds. Gosh, we've got song lyrics, we've got red herring, and we've got Uzi Choose. M. Acton, of course you have your special request round. Should we start off with the special request round? I mean, I don't want to say get it out of the way, but as it is a... Oh! I was meant to click that. Yeah, let's get it done. Let's get it done nice and early because, of course, M. Acton was lovely enough to spend 10,000 of the finest drops of imaginosphere imaginable to get a bespoke round, with the hope that she'll be able to absolutely dominate. I hope she will. I hope 1 or 2 of the rest of you will at least be able to get 1. I think that's a good result from a bespoke round. But yeah, let's just get to that first. M. Acton, this is for you. As it said on the sign. So this is the Drops of Imaginosphere round. M. Acton paid, as I say, 5 figures. 5 figures to get this round. This is Haichuwa. This is big stuff, okay? And the topic was, for those of you who've forgotten over the past month, probably most people, aside from M. Acton, it's bed knobs and broomsticks. It's bed knobs and broomsticks. We've all seen it. Of course we've all seen it. I think it was mandatory in the late 80s, early 90s. I think it was, or maybe it was more at a local level. So maybe there are some people who haven't seen it. But we're going to go through these nice and quick because having 4 rounds does add on to things quite a lot. M. Acton, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that you get 5 stars on this. I really am. Here we go. Here's question 1. The film's focus is on the Rawlins children, Charlie, Carrie, and the youngest child. What's the youngest child's name? Game of Hole, the fact that I've never heard of it isn't looking good for me. No, but, you know, guessing Guessing a male name. I've given you the gender there. I've given you the gender. It's a dude. Or at least male presenting. Yeah? Question number 2. Angela Lansbury, wonderful Angela Lansbury, stars as the trainee witch Miss Price. But what is Miss Price's forename? My hope for you, Gamerhole, is that these questions will be so intriguing, so very intriguing, that you will seek it out after this, after finishing this. I'm sure Holland will have, or the Netherlands rather, will have some kind of version of it. Question number 3. David Tomlinson, who features as Professor Brown, also stars in which film that shares several narrative and technical similarities? David Tomlinson. I'm not giving you a picture of him. Might make it too easy. Question 4. Now, I will say that M. Acton, in the initial request, did say she wanted to make it real tricky. So I think those first 3, maybe, you could stumble through if you've watched the film before. I think 4 and 5 are really... 4, and then especially 5, are going to sort the... I don't want to say men from the boys. Wheat from the chaff. Going to separate the fruit compote from the otherwise quite bland and plain Muller yogurt. Question number 4. The group travelled to Nabumbu to retrieve which medallion? Gosh. Asking which medallion? The name of a medallion? Are you kidding me? Not me. No, I'm not. This is the challenge that I'm placing at your feet. And then final question. And if you get this, M. Acton, this is 1 point and then several croc points as well. Name any 3 things you can purchase on Portobello Road according to this film's song. There is a song in the film called Portobello Road where Professor Brown goes mad for Portobello Road, says all the things that you can buy in Portobello Road. It's a big long list, but it is lyrics from one of the songs in the film. So this is tough. If you get this, M. Acton, like I say, croc points to you. Those are all the questions, but that's not the end of it, because we need amusing, of course. This is where everybody can get involved. If you could make your bed travel anywhere, where would you go? So for those of you who haven't seen, for the gamer holes of this world, it's a kind of a teleportation device, or some kind of hex or spell that's placed on the bed. So they all pile onto the bed, and then there's a turn of the bed knob, the titular bed knob, and then they can travel through, I suppose, time and space. Maybe just space. So if that was true of your bed, where would you go? M. Acton, this is great, but too easy for B&B superfan me. Well, if that is in regard to the last question, if the last question's too easy as well, then my goodness, M. Acton. I feel bad to have made such easy golden questions. But I'll take the word great. Great is what I'll focus on there. If you could make your bed travel anywhere, where would you go? And that's the end of the first round, guys. That's how easy it can be. Oh, no, again. I never remember to stop the picking the rounds video, do I? Never remember. So what have we got? We've got Usy Chews, we've got Red Herring, and we've got song lyrics. Let's have a look at the musings. Let's just try and plan our journey through today's quiz. Let's try and plan our journey. Usey Choose, that could be good. Then we've got song lyrics. Oh, it's always song lyrics, always good. Red herring. Maybe let's go in that order. Herring, lyrics, Usey Choose. Yeah? Let's try that. So what was the first one? Red herring. Gosh. We ready? We're ready. Let's do it. Red herring here. Oh, connecting to chat. This is an absolute joke. And I'm plugged into the Ethernet. The signal seems as though it's pretty consistently good. And yet the chat. I really don't know what the ish might be. I really don't, guys. I really don't. Sometimes, guys, when creating, it's best to start at the end and work backwards, okay? The creators of The Sopranos knew they wanted to end with a cut to black out of nowhere. But from what would they cut? That's the question. In this round, we start with the answers, and then I'll give you the questions. But which question goes with which answer? And of course, to make it all the more devilish, there is our red herring there that is the answer to nothing. The topic for today's red herring round, nice and simple. Fashion designers. Yeah, it's art. Fashion designers. Let's test your fashion knowledge. Let's have a look. Let's go through the answers. Let's show them in a random order. Coco Chanel, Stella McCartney, Donatella Versace, Yves Saint Laurent, a Frenchman, Karl Lagerfeld, and Ralph Lauren. So we've got Coco Chanel in alphabetical order by surname. Not getting any clues out of me, that one. Coco Chanel, Karl Lagerfeld, Ralph Lauren, Stella McCartney, Yves Saint Laurent, and Donatella Versace. That's how people get on. Let's see how people get on with this. We're going to go through the questions fairly quickly, first time round, and then after that, we'll go through a little bit slower, just so we know where we stand. Are we ready? Yes, we are. Here's question 1. Which designer created a dress for Jennifer Lopez that inadvertently created Google Images? Which designer had a cameo in Friends, standing almost like a human in an elevator? Which designer collaborated with Samuel Goldwyn, Jean Cocteau, and the Nazis? Question 4. Which designer created the first popular tuxedo for women? A lady tuxedo. What will they think of next? And the final question. Which designer is the first fashion designer to ever design the outfits for their home country across the Olympic and Paralympic Games? So one of these fashion designers created all of the athletic outfits, or designed all of the athletic outfits for their home country's sports team across the Olympic and Paralympic Games. So let's go back. Let's do them once more. A little bit slower, so now we all know what we're dealing with here. Question number 1. Which designer created a dress for Jennifer Lopez that inadvertently created Google Images? Coco Chanel, Karl Lagerfeld, Ralph Lauren, Stella McCartney, Yves Saint Laurent, Donatella Versace. Number 2. Which designer had a cameo in Friends, standing almost like a human in an elevator? Number 3, which designer collaborated with Samuel Goldwyn of MGM fame, Jean Cocteau, one of the forefathers of the Surrealist movement, and the Nazis? You'll know them. Number 4, which designer created the first popular tuxedo for women? Ooh, tuxedo for women. And number 5, which designer is the first fashion designer to design the outfits for their home country across the Olympic and Paralympic Games? If you need any of those again, do let me know so we get rid of these answers in a random order. The musing, of course, for this one, nice and simple. Nice and simple. If you were to design a fashion collection, on what theme would it be? On what theme? Name your fashion collection. Give it some kind of, sometimes they have some pretty wacky, pretty out there ideas. I'm interested in what you'd say, guys. I'm interested in what you would say. And there we go. That's first official round, I suppose, done. We had the drop of imaginosphere round. But that's the first official one done. How are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling? We feeling good? Have you sent any messages? Because none have come through, which is absolutely fine. I mean, that's your prerogative, absolutely. But it's Maple Panda redeemed Finding Jesus. Sure. Let's make it happen. Oh, the timing. The timing on that was... Mwah. My goodness. It does... Woo! It does get one a little bit warm, though, doesn't it? It does get one a little bit warm. So we're just gonna take that. Just gonna put that. Tell you somebody who's always a bit confused about finding Jesus, and that is Jesus. Always a little bit, what's going on, guys? But he's a lovely guy, very amenable. Hello, Super Nashvan 8. Lovely to see you. Love that cameo, Jesus. Lovely Jesus. Everybody digging a nice bit of Jesus. Everybody having fun with a little bit of Jesus. What are we doing? Song lyrics. Let's get our song lyrics on, guys. Let's get our song lyrics on. Where are we? Where's the lyrics sound? There it is. I found you, little scamp. Lyrics, guys. Very, very important. Cool artists know lyrics. Okay, which means you need to know lyrics. They're poems you sing, yeah? So if some producer says to you, England is my city, you need to reply, Jake Paul with It's Everyday, bro, great. Then you're in with them. Then they'll give you a leg up. So I'm going to give you some song lyrics. Is it just lyrics? Is that there? No. Oh, no. This chat thing really just mugging me off. If I can use such a phrase, mugging me off. I think I can. I'm going to give you 5. Sorry. No, that's not worked. So it was just lyrics after all, and it just wasn't working. There we go. Okay. But they're all on a particular subject, of a particular artiste, and the artiste this week, Adele. So I hope that you are somewhat familiar with your Adele songs. As ever, to make it slightly easier, the next lyric in all of these is always the name of the song. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier. It's always the name of the song. And all the big ones, all the big Adele songs. Snooze that. Let's snooze the ad break. We'll snooze that for 5 minutes. We're not going to get through a round in 5 minutes. What do you take me for, guys? So here we go. Here is song lyric numero 1. I was still a child. Didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go... Go suck an egg, maybe? Go call the chief of police? What is it? So go what? So go the Falcons. Is she an Atlanta Falcons fan? I'm not sure. You let me know, guys. I had no time to choose what I chose to do, so go. Lyric number 2. All the games you'd say, they were never true. Never true. And the games you'd play, you would always win. Always win. But I what, Adele? I what? What do we think? All the big ones, all the big songs. I'm not doing any album tracks here. This is all biggies. I was wondering if, after all these years, you'd like to meet. To go over everything. They say that time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing, okay? I ain't done much healing. One of the many Adele songs that are a little bit Ms, you know. If I had a criticism, and I'm not sure that I do, it would be that Adele songs do tend to focus on the... Which means, you know, is she going to continue to be able to knock out these absolute fantastic ballads? You know, she's been married for some years now, I believe. Seems pretty happy. Happiness isn't her fuel, let's say that. Number 4. Because it was not said to you, and that's exactly what I need to do. If I end up with you, should I give up? Or should I just keep... What do we think? What do we think? You can hear it, can't you? You can kind of hear... And the final lyric, the final song lyric of this round. When it crumbles, we will stand tall, face it all together, let the... Pythia, that one. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Face it all together. Let the... And there we go. And you kind of know what the music's going to be already, don't you? It's always the same for the song lyrics round. Always the same. And always just brings up such wonderful talent in the tube of Smarties here. Or the tube of Smarties here, I think. Yeah, probably over here. Maple Panda, tricky for an Adele neutral. Well, I did say, you know, it's all the big songs. So if if there are just any Adele songs that you're aware of, just maybe give it, just write them down. You might get lucky. You never know. Here's the music. Complete these lyrics. You know I love you, baby. I'm your biggest fan. Complete those lyrics, if we may. There we go. Oh, these emotes aren't... This emote wall again. It's janking around. It's... I don't know. I've got absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. Let's go back to main. Let's start an advert. It's been threatening. Oh, do you know what I miss, guys? Do you know what I miss? And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I've bit my tongue because I didn't want to force things, and I still don't want to force things. But I'm aware that things may be forced just by me bringing it up. I miss Haikus Day. I haven't done a Haikus Day round. I can't even remember when I would have written this Haikus Day round, this most recent one. But it's just been maybe a year. Episode 55, it was locked and loaded. It was the same one. Oh no, episode 47, 48. Was it 50? No, 51. I wrote it for episode 51. Can I work out when that was? When was episode 51? I've got the list here. 51 was the 10th of April, 2022. So we haven't done a Haikus Day round, well, since 48, I suppose. Since March of 2022. I miss it. I'm just going to say it. It's good to just articulate your feelings and not be afraid of them, not be ashamed of them. And that's what I'm doing. Last round, guys. Let's make it count. Usey choose. Usey choose, indeed. Can you believe it, guys? Usey choose. In art, you've always got to pander to the Americans, okay? If the English person says mum, it has to be subtitled as mom. Otherwise, the Americans just won't understand it at all. So here I acknowledge the American passion for standardized testing and multiple choice tests. And I give you a round of multiple choice, essentially. But I call it Usey choose. Do we have a topic this week? Yes, we do have a topic this week. It's game shows. It's game shows for Usey choose this week. I'm not sure if we've got actually any Americans watching at the moment, which is I try to keep my art pretty transatlantic. But so there may be a couple of questions that might fox the Brits out there. But maybe there's some Americans in the Netherlands that can be. Excuse me, pal. As you're passing my the window to my windmill, wouldn't mind helping me out, would you? Let's go for question number 1, guys. When Deal or No Deal was adapted for American TV, what was the main change from the Italian, Spanish, British, and Dutch versions of the game? Option 1, boxes/briefcases held by beautiful models. 2, no small money prizes. They just got rid of the small money ones, just only big. Trivia questions before the eliminations. Gosh, this question's really cutting into my face. I'm just going to maybe get rid of me. Trivia questions before the eliminations, or a visible banker. Pick one of those. Boxes/briefcases held by beautiful models. No small money prizes. Trivia questions before the eliminations, or a visible banker. What did the Americans change? There I am. Hello. Question number 2. Which seminal UK game show host lent his name to the UK version of the US card-based show Card sharks. Interesting. Which seminal UK game show host lent his name to the UK version of the US card-based show Card Sharks? Is it Bruce Forsyth, Noel Edmonds, Terry Wogan, or Tom O'Connor? Legends. Every man jack of them. Every man jack of them. Oh, did I do? I didn't think I... Is it just Yuzi? Oh, connecting to chat. My goodness. My goodness, this is an absolute joke. Question number 3. The Price is Right is the longest running game show in US history. It crossed a huge episode milestone in 2019. What was it? Episode 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, or 11,000? What do we think it is? What do we think? There we go. There we go. That worked. There's your instructions for Yuzi Choose. Question number 4. How much bigger was the Super Sweep top prize in the USA version of Supermarket Sweep to the UK version? Real transatlantic vibe in this round, right? Just reaching out between our brothers and sisters in the UK and the US. This is just well-written stuff. Just well-written quizzing. Quiz mastering. Yeah? Quiz mastering doesn't necessarily mean that I've mastered the quiz, the format of the quiz, but it doesn't mean I haven't done it either. Think on that one. Was it 220% larger, 440% larger, 660% larger, or 880% larger? You tell me. And the final question of this quiz, guys. Final question of the quiz. The Weakest Link game show features contestants trying to string together how many correct answers in a round? 6, 7, 8, or 9? Weakest Link, hosted initially at least by Anne Robinson in the UK. I think she came over and did it in the US as well, to be the kind of strict British school mom kind of vibe. Very much a Professor McGonagall type. If I can drop in a little H-pot reference there. There we go. And the musing, guys, couldn't be simpler. It couldn't be simpler. I could have tried to apply a little bit more creativity to it, tried to come at you from a bit more of an angle, but sometimes you've just got to say, hey, the simple one is the obvious one, is the best one. Pitch a game show. That's it. That's it. That's all the instruction I'm giving you. Pitch a game show. Oh, about what? You tell me. You tell me. I'm going to give you a moment with that one, guys, because it's... I'll give you a little thinking music. Downloaded this app, and it just allows you to just kind of create some vibes, some kind of musical vibes. Let's go modern hip hop. Yeah, let's just do that. Mix it up. Bass. Pluck. Give me a choir. Change up that beat. Three, two, one. Let's finish up. There we go. Just a little... I don't know, guys. I just couldn't tell you. And that's the end of the quiz, guys. That's the end of the quiz. Round of applause, guys. Round of applause to you. Round of applause to you for getting through it. What time is it? 45. That's not bad. That's 45 minutes. But yeah, that's not bad. Which means it's 40 minutes. Because about 5 minutes of that is countdown. So we're not doing too badly at all. I like to reward you once you've got through the quiz. And I'm rewarding you this week with... one day I'm going to write and direct and star in a hit feature-length film. I think at this point that's kind of inevitable. But at the moment I just don't have time for it. Yeah, with my livetainment commitments, it's difficult. Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's tricky. And those things, writing a script, writing a narrative, that takes time. But what doesn't take a lot of time, and what I just find myself doing from time to time, yeah, is creating people, creating characters, okay? There's two different ways that a film can go, and, you know, the best films marry the two together. It's plot and it's character, yeah? Plot can take a long time. You're working out the ins and outs. Who murdered him? What are the clues? Whatever. But character, that'll keep you going through a film. Okay? So what I've done is I've created a series of characters that could, I think, all stand to lead a feature film or a play or whatever it might be. So if somebody wants to use these characters, you absolutely can. Just need to contact me. Do I have an email here? No, I don't. I need to get an email on the thing. You need to just let me know and we'll work something out. Some of these perfectly realized characters. So I call them not me's because they're me, but they're not really me. They're like a different character. So this is not me's. This will be hopefully a long running series of me just kind of sharing my creativity, sharing my gift, just letting people know that it's okay to use my characters if they want. Let's have a look at this first one, guys.
Today's Not Me is Niall Taunt. He's 28 years old and an assistant manager in a super value store. He has a natural odour of mahogany. He once travelled to Glasgow to see Jason Mraz in concert. He would love to marry a very tall woman. His personal hero is Atticus Finch, and his favourite type of fastening is the popper.
Ah, now you're the manager, are you? All right, well, I'll tell you what I told your man here, this buck Egypt. How can a voucher be out of date when there's no date on the voucher? Riddle me that, big man. The fact is the voucher is legit even if you don't want it to be. So don't you dare try to get between me and my half-price Whopper. Don't you dare. There we go. That's Niall. Niall Taunt, a fully realised character. And if you are interested in using Niall for any narrative project that you might have going in the future, just send me an email. iamnotme@gmail.com. Okay? And whilst you're doing that, let's get on with some answers, shall we? Let's get on with some answers. Let's find out how we've done. Let's start first, I believe, with the bespoke round. Am I going to be able to? Is that going to? It's going to start that up again. No, we're moving on. We're moving on. I know you all want to watch it again immediately after it's finished, Teletubby style, but I'm afraid we've just got to move on. Super Nash 18. It was as if Liam Neeson was in the room. Yeah, he's quite intense, isn't he, Niall? He's quite an intense guy. He knows what he wants, and he's not afraid to ask for it. Yeah. That's one of the qualities that he has. Maple Panda, Niall is intense. Yeah, he's. That's not that is one aspect of him, but he's also kind of playful. He is certainly open to having his heart broken by an attractive tall woman. He likes them tall. That's Niall. He is not one for being ripped off. very much like Michael Collins, another Irish hero played by Liam Neeson as well. So again, it's kind of a young Neeson. Would be my dream casting, I suppose, for Niall. SJBack72, great accent. He does have a great accent, doesn't he? And just voucher is one of those words that really pops in that Nordy accent. Voucher, so it is. Voucher. He was in my head, and I just needed to make him real. Okay, and now he's out into the world, and we'll see what the world does with him. Let's get on with these musings then, guys. If you could make your bed travel anywhere, where would you make it go? Don't tell me, guys. Don't tell me. And now, absolutely, this isn't going to work. Absolutely, this isn't going to work because of all the flipping issues that we've had with the chat this week. But we'll see. No. Let's try it again. M. Acton sounds like my brother-in-law Niall from Northern Ireland. Another Niall. Oh my gosh. Have I conjured him into existence, much like the Will Ferrell film, Stranger Than Fiction? Oh, it did actually work into the chat, but it's just the emote wall isn't working. My gosh. I'm going to try once more because I do so love it. There we go. Okay. So you just need to refresh it each time you go onto a page. Of course, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you need to refresh it? Why would things just work? So get them in the chat, guys. Get them in chat as we go through the answers to this. The film focuses on the Rawlins children, Charlie, Carrie, and the youngest child. What is his name? His name is, of course, Paul. Much like Dune. It's one of the things that this film has in common with the Denis Villeneuve film Dune. Hero named Paul. Question number 2. Angela Lansbury stars as the trainee witch Ms. Price. But what is Miss Price's forename? It is, of course, Eglantine. Eglantine. That is a name that has really fallen out of favour, isn't it? Too many Jasmines now. David Tomlinson, who features as Professor Brown, also stars in which film that shares several narrative and technical similarities? It was, of course, Mary Poppins. Came out a few years before. Made by Disney. And had songs also written by the Sherman Brothers, I believe. So a lot of similarities. They both have 2D animated sections. They both feature a kind of a magical woman having to look after children who are not her own progeny. The children kind of have to grow up a bit, but the adults kind of have to grow up as well around her. This one's got more Nazis. Number 4, the group traveled to Nabumbu to retrieve which medallion? It is, of course, you're going to kick yourself if you haven't got this one right. The Star of Astaroth. The Star of Astaroth. Gamer Hall, I wasn't even aware that someone could be called Eglantine. Well, there's a lot of revelations of this. You now need to meet someone called Eglantine. It's like a real life game of I Spy. And you need to watch Bedknobs and Broomsticks. These are 2 tasks that you've come away from this quiz with, Gamer Hall. I don't want to say homework. That has negative connotations. But these are side quests, perhaps, that you really should look into completing. Not me, clearly not watch the film yourself. Eglantine. Oh, Eglantine. Oh, there's a whole song about her name. Oh, I've shown myself to be a real boob there. I apologise, M. Acton. I apologise. Eglantine. Sounds like Tyne. Why I? And then question number 5, name any 3 things you can purchase on Portobello Road according to this film's song. And again, if you've got these, M. Acton, you deserve the croc points. I've got to take away the question because the answer is so long. Things that you can buy on Portobello Road according to the song: rare alabaster, genuine plaster, a samovar owned by the Tsars, a pen used by Shelley, a new Botticelli, King Edward's cigar snipper, Waterford crystal, Napoleon's pistol, Society heirlooms, Rembrandt's, El Greco's, Toulouse-Lautrec's, paintings, one assumes, a Duchess's garments, Burke's peerage, the Bride Book, the Fishmonger's Guidebook, the Victorian novel, the Unwanted Son, the History of Potting, the Yearbook of Yachting, the Life of Attila the Hun, tokens, treasures, yesterday's pleasures, cheap imitations of heirlooms of old, and artifacts to glorify our regal abode. Any of these three will get you the point. Any of them. Books, paintings, pistols, whatever you like. Game of Hole, Notme, you have to complete the side quests yourself. I could do. I have seen the film, I will say. I have seen the film. As I say, it was legally mandated for several years. But in terms of my research to complete this quiz, it was more just looking at clips on the YouTubes, which allowed me to source the questions. But yeah, it's not a perfect situation. Anyone else sing the song? Did you get 3 of these, M. Acton? Is this a 5 out of 5 pre-musing even? 5 out of 5. Excellent stuff. Which of these did you go for, if I can ask? Which of these did you go for? I think it might be Maple Panda, yes. Just M. Acton sweeping the board on this round. If anybody else has got more than one, went with the books. Smart. Excellent stuff. And this is why, Maple Panda, this is why you need to save up your drops of imaginosphere and you need to buy a bespoke round for yourself. Yeah? Because it's pretty much a guaranteed 5 on 5. Well, 6 on 6, but nobody's put their musings in the chat. Any thoughts on this? I mean, you don't get a point if you don't put a musing. So I'm not really sure what. I was saving them since COVID. Well, that's good, M. Acton. That's a good. It shows, if you're saving up, you're getting the reward. SJBX72 going to the Hebrides. I was thinking about this, and I did think it would be good to go somewhere cold, because of course you've got your bedclothes there. You've got a duvet under which you can hide. If you're going to your Marrakeshes, your Mogadishus, it's going to be pretty warm. You're going to want, get those covers off me. So I personally think it would make sense to go to somewhere cold, like the Hebrides, and then that's difficult for you to go to in any other format. It's tricky to walk there, climbing and cars and whatnot. It's difficult. So if you could just go bedwise, straight teleportation, I think that's using it in the best way possible. That's very smart. PEI in Canada. Prince Edward Island, I believe. Prince Edward Island. Again, a bit chilly. That's nice. Acton, my bed would go to see the Northern Lights so I could land under the stars and feel cozy. Being able to see the Northern Lights from underneath your duvet or quilt would be an absolute treat. That's really nice. That's a lovely thought, M. Acton. I like that a lot. Maple Panda going for the Norwegian fjords. In that case, yeah. Go for those fjords. Oh, it'd be lovely to go for the fjords. Look out, see a bear eating a fish, catching a fish. You think, oh my gosh, this is magical. And then the bear just absolutely goes to town on the fish, and there's blood everywhere. And you think, ooh, nature can be grisly, can't it? Grizzly bear. I saw recently down by the water, the Hudson River betwixt New Jersey and New York, and there was a seagull that had picked up caught a fish. That's very impressive. I sat there with Jesus, and we watched this seagull carry this poor fish onto shore, and then the seagull just absolutely went to town with the beak. Just, if I can use the word mullered, it absolutely mullered this fish. Blood everywhere, blood on the seagull's beak. And I thought, well, that started off quite poetic in a way, but that's finished up quite grisly. That's nature. That's nature. Super Nashwan, keeping it simple, my bed would travel to any campsite I've ever visited or am ever likely to visit to enable me to avoid airbeds forever. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Super Nashwan 8. That's fabulous, fabulous stuff. Because you need an airbed. In this day and age, with our backs and our shoulders and our necks have been coddled so by, in my opinion, some of the finest mattress technology that this world has ever seen. To just lie on a ground sheet or one of those little squidgy things when camping, no. You need an airbed. But if you've got a bed there, that's perfect, because you could even like create a little bed fort in the way that, you know, in certain countries you have to do with like a mosquito net. And so it's like you've created like a tent out of a bed in a way, and so you're just tenting it wherever you go. That's nice. That's really good, Supernatural 8. You've become a very comfortable camper, yeah, because you're just on a mattress. And then it's like, oh, but it's raining. Get the bed out of there. Maybe back into your bedroom. And then once it's not raining again, you can go back. It's not the kind of camping that I think someone like Bear Grylls would get on board with. But for most people who aren't looking for a survivalist experience, I think that's a really nice idea. Lovely stuff. Counting Sheep 222. Grizzly, good one. Hello, Counting Sheep 222. Hello to you. Fabulous, fabulous work. Points all round, guys. Points all round. As we go to the proper rounds. Yeah, it does take time, doesn't it? It does take time with 4 rounds. What do we do first? Croc points. It was red herring first. Okay, let's go red herring. This is all about our fashion designers, wasn't it? If you were to design a fashion collection, on what theme would it be, guys? Don't say it to me out loud. Don't say it out loud because I can't hear it. It needs to... It's such a small thing, this emote wall. It's just one small factor in what is really just a very complex machine that's necessary to run this quiz. But it really is so fun, isn't it? It's lovely. It's really, really nice. So get that in the chat, guys. Get your musing answers in the chat as we go through the answers to these questions. Let's get our answers back on the thing. Is that everybody? That's everybody. Okay. Question number 1. That is our... Yes, SJBX72. Thank you. It is working. Finally. Which designer created a dress for Jennifer Lopez that inadvertently created Google Images? It was Donatella Versace. It was a green dress. It was practically open to her navel, a lot of flesh being bared, and so many people Googled it that Google thought, well, maybe we shouldn't just return links. Maybe we should come up with something where people would actually be able to see the image in the search engine. Thus, Google Images was created thanks to Donatella Versace, Jennifer Lopez, and Jennifer Lopez's midriff and betwixt breast area. Question number 2. Which designer had a cameo in Friends standing almost like a human in an elevator? If this isn't ringing any bells, do go back and have a look at it. I'm sure just a quick Bing would be able to give you the answer, give you the picture that you require. It's not really looking like a proper human being, but it's doing his best. It is, of course, Ralph Lauren, where Rachel Green is an employee. Question number 3. Which designer collaborated with Samuel Goldwyn, Jean Cocteau, and the Nazis. All three of them. It was Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel. A lot of that wasn't known for quite a while, her Nazi past. When she died, there were plans afoot to have a huge kind of a national funeral in France, and then somebody said, actually, she was a bit of a Nazi. She was Nazi enough. Let's say that she was Nazi enough that you probably don't want to be throwing a state funeral. Doesn't take a lot of Nazism. That's the thing. A little dabble do ya in terms of ruining your reputation forever. Question number 4. Which designer created the first popular tuxedo for women? It was, of course, Yves Saint Laurent, called Le Smoking. Le Smoking. It was just a tuxedo for women, but nobody had ever thought of it before. He was an innovator. Number 5, which designer is the first fashion designer to design the outfits for their home country across the Olympic and Paralympic Games? Was it Karl Lagerfeld for Germany or Stella McCartney for Team GB? It was, of course, Stella McCartney. It was for the London Games in 2012. She was the first one to do it. Before then, people, they just got I suppose more specialized sports designers to design the outfits, but Team GB said no. We've got the daughter of a Beatle here. We've got Stella McCartney, one of the most renowned fashion designers of all time. Let's use her, shall we? Lagerfeld, no questions for him. No questions for you, Carl. Apologies, but not too much. What have we got here? For the musing? Fashion label. Gamer Hole, every piece of clothing would be styled after a different plant. Wow. That's fascinating. That's really, really nice. I'm thinking Venus flytrap gloves, or mittens at least. Make it really fun to pick stuff up. What else could we have? Bamboo trousers. Obviously bamboo trousers. Rose, like a chrysanthemum hat, I'm thinking maybe. Is it a chrysanthemum that has a big poofy thing? Kind of be like a tea cozy. But do you know what? The fashion world will be able to pull it off. What else do we have? This has really captured my imagination, though, Gamer Hole. This is an excellent, excellent suggestion. Vine tie. You could have a vine tie. Yeah? There's a lot of good stuff there. A lot of good stuff. Counting sheep. First they ogled the dress, then they Googled it. It was an ogle, then it was a Google. I think that was the order. Ogle first, Google later. Yeah? Ogle first, Google later. Google said, allow us to help you with that. So it's a more visual Google rather than just reading a description of what the dress. It's kind of green, really open. She looks good. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really interesting. Ogle, then Google. Oogled, then Googled. Is it oogled? Is it oogled? Oogled/ogled. Oogled is often a misspelling of ogled. Oogled has no English definition. / is the past tense of ogle. What's the difference? Pertinent, flirtatious. So it's technically ogled, but, it's the thing with language. If you say oogled, everyone knows what you mean. Spider plant hat, that's nice. Most stylish thing from the last 3 centuries, getting a spider plant growing out of your head, out of your flippin' noggin. Recycled out of drink cans like chainmail. So then we've got a practical element to it. I like that, Maple Panda. Someone tries to stab you. Ha! Fanta! Someone comes at you with a little, trying to stick you, shiv-like, in the kidneys, right at the back. Crink! Sorry, pal. Vimto for you. Bang. And then it's elbow. Just yeah. Don't stab me, please. Ah. Yeah. Whew, that's got me kind of jacked there. Maple Panda. If you put a suggestion, you get a point. If you didn't, you don't. It's just that simple. But for the two people that did, SJBet72, here we go. Nature made only from natural textiles. It's gonna be a lot of hemp. I think. You got your hemp trousers, your hemp jacket, maybe a silk scarf, and I suppose cotton would be natural as well. So there's quite a lot that you could do. I mean, it's good. It's not reinventing the wheel, But that's absolutely fine. Sometimes you just want to keep it simple. Maybe you're not looking at a collection for haute couture. Yeah, maybe you're just looking for George at Asda. Yeah, just looking for some natural fibers at George at Asda or Topshop. Something like that. Lovely stuff. Super Nash 18, my collection would be inspired by cartoons of the 1980s. I'm thinking a lot of... what am I thinking? A lot of leather jackets. I'm thinking a lot of shoulder pads. I'm thinking a lot of ruching. Simple colours. Flat colours, not a lot of patterns, because obviously cartoons, it's inadvisable to do a lot of patterns for the ease of your animators. I think that could really work. Kind of a Brave Star, lovely shirt. Perhaps a kind of Masters of the Universe furry underpant or merkin. Just a lovely, for the winter months, just to kind of keep you a bit warm. What else could we have? Kind of a sticking with the Masters of the Universe thing, a kind of a many faces. What is he called? Man-y faces. I don't know why I was expecting something a little bit more fancy than that. Just man-y faces. Manny faces. Lovely stuff. Maybe we could do a collaboration. Already. See, this is what really gets me jazzed, yeah? Is inter-smarty collaboration. And as soon as you guys start talking, start percolating, it's just a wonderful thing, isn't it? Because when would you guys be talking if it wasn't for this show? Never. That's what I've done. That's what I've brought you together. Really nice stuff. I designed posh handbags with secret snack panels in. That's good. I mean, why limit it to just handbags? Maybe there's a kind of a lovely hat, little cloche cap with a kind of a sack for bosh. Here's your cloche, here's your whatsits. And then back on. You could have some kind of shirt or blouse with, and it looks like there's just a lovely kind of bit of detailing on all the way down the arm. You pull that back, it's fruit by the foot. Yeah, it's a fruit roll up kind of thing. You can just chew that away. This kind of snack based clothing. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, I like that a lot. And some kind of necklace. Oh, it's a necklace. It's a pearl or a bead necklace. Inside each one, a little Malteser. Thank you. That's excellent work.
Supernatural 8, all male models must also have the He-Man bob. Well, I mean, that's just good sense. That's just good sense, isn't it? We're going to delete it again. That's going to put... Yeah, we need to turn that off. Let's... Man E-Faces. Let's see. He-Man bob. The He-Man hairstyle is this season's biggest haircut. What? You'll never guess which 80s cartoon hunk inspired this season's biggest haircut. I mean, kind of. I mean, that's the classic. That's the classic right there. I don't know who Emma Stone thinks she is. Oh, He-Man is... Oof. I think you got to go some, sweetheart. You've got to go some. That's a little bit better, but then she's French, so she's, you know. Gentle tousle and cropped fringe. Nina Dobrev. I mean, that's pretty good. If that was a little blonder, I think that's working. Oh, look at that shirt. Look at that shirt combination. Wow. And you're ahead of the time, Supernatural 8. Well, you were in 2017, but that's excellent work. Excellent work. Bit of a stretch, says Maple Panda. Couldn't agree more. Final round? No, that was only the first round, wasn't it? My word. We've got a lot to get through. Lyrics. Here we go. Musing was, of course, complete these lyrics. You know I love you, baby. This isn't going to work at all. You know I love you, baby. I'm your biggest fan. What's the next lyrics to that? You tell me, guys. Is it going to work? Oh, no, I need to refresh the emote wall. This is an absolute joke. Yeah, it's an absolute joke. I mean, it works, but gosh, at what cost? So get those into the chat as we go through these lyrics. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me. Gosh, I love that song. It's a wonderful song. Well done if you got that one right. Number 2, all the things you'd say, they were never true, and the games you'd play, you would always win. But I set fire to the rain, watched it burn, something at the gain. Those are the words, guys. What do you want from me? I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet. This one's easy. Go over everything. They say time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. Hello? It's me. I was California dreaming something extra mean. I think it's that. Number 4, because it was not said to you, and that's exactly what I need to do if I end up with you. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? That was her earliest one, I believe, her first hit. So we're reaching back into the archives for that one. And then finally, when it crumbles, we will stand tall, face it or hold together. Let the sky fall, we will stand tall, etc. Bond. Well done if you got some of those right. They were pretty tricky, I think, especially for, as Maple Panda said, the Adele neutrals in the tube. Let's see what we've got here, though.
You know I love you, baby. I'm your biggest fan. I love to follow you in my big grey van. Wowza, Maple Panda. That really, yeah. I mean, there have been some wonderful stalking songs in the past. Obviously, we're all thinking of I'll Be Watching You by Sting and the Police. Every breath you take, I'll be watching you. All right, Sting, take it down a notch, pal. The lady's spoken for. And that's very evocative. Very evocative. I'm thinking kind of bass heavy. Quite a minimal sound, I'm thinking for this. Quite a minimal sound. Snooze it. Yeah, quite minimal. And sinister, certainly. Super Nash 8. You know I love you, baby. I'm your biggest fan. I'll cool you down when you're hot in Japan. Yeah. I don't think it would fly today, but in my head, I'm thinking of what's it? With the kind of clinky sound for is it the Buggles? Is the video? No. You know the kind of thing I'm thinking of, the kind of kung fu fighting kind of thing. That's where my mind goes. Maybe that doesn't reflect too well on me, but I mean, again, Hot in Japan, that's a great name for a song. Hot in Japan, great name for a song. Well done, Super Nash 8. It's marketable, if nothing else. Maple Panda, you could be an Adele tribute act. Thank you. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it. Channeling Stan by Eminem. Yeah. Stan as well. That's another great one. That's yeah. So you'd need somebody. I mean, we don't know who it was by. I mean, maybe it's by Maple Panda, so we'd have somebody kind of looking like Maple Panda. Dear Maple, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling, etc. And now, my bloody the guy who was fixing my fridge. I kidnapped him. I threw him on my boot. And now we're driving. And I don't even know where I'm driving. And I'm recording a song for you. That was a weird song, wasn't it? That was weird. M. Acton, you know I love you, baby. I'm your biggest fan. But please turn me off when you leave the room. Else your energy bills will go through the roof, man. M. Acton, are you flipping this so it's song sung from the point of view of an upright fan? I mean, you are just absolutely loco, M. Acton. That is absolutely outstanding work. From the Blades of Love. Blades of Love. Oh, yeah. You know I love you, baby. I'm your biggest fan, but please turn me off when you leave the room, else your energy bills will go through the roof, man. Blades of love, loving you ever since I was unboxed. Blades of love, I'll chill you down so you need to put on your big socks. Blades of love. Instead of blades of love. Oh, did we just write a hit? Did we just write a hit there? If you wrote one down, guys, you get a point. You know how it works by now. Excellent work. We've got our final round here. It's Usy Chews, the Musy Chews for Usy Chews picture game show. My God, I'm excited to hear these. So get them in the chat now. I forgot to refresh the creator dashboard. That is art. It is art, M. Acton. Blades of Love. It's happening. It's something about, put me onto number 3 because it's a 3-speed fan. Oh, that's not working at all. Well, just get it in the chat, guys. You can just listen to me rather than see it on the screen. Just get it in the chat. Question number 1. When Deal or No Deal was adapted for American TV, what was the main change from the Italian, Spanish, British, and Dutch versions of the game? 1. Boxes/briefcase held by beautiful models. 2. No small money prizes. 3. Trivia questions before the elimination. Or a visible banker. The answer is, of course, it's America. It's America, guys. I'm just going to get rid of me for this one. It's, of course, boxes/briefcase held by beautiful models. It's the only way to make something better. Could we get these briefcases held by some attractive dames? Would it kill them to show a little bit of leg? I don't know whether it was the misogyny or the voice that caused me such pain there. To be fair to the ladies, though, they work very hard to look as attractive as they are. Number 2, which seminal UK game show host lent his name to the UK version of the US card-based show Card Sharks? Forsyth, Edmonds, Wogan, or O'Connor? It was, of course, Bruce Forsyth, and the game show was, of course, Play Your Cards Right. Well done if you got that one right. Number 3, The Price is Right is the longest running game show in US history. It crossed a huge episode milestone in 2019. What was it? 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, or 11,000? How many episodes had it done in 2019? It was 9,000. 9,000 episodes of The Price is Right. Are they all stored somewhere? Probably not. A lot of TV shows just get lost. Absolutely get lost. It's such a shame. And you kind of have to rely on the scandalous things. You kind of have to rely on pirates. Pirating TV shows to keep them alive. Because otherwise, the production companies just let them rot. Gosh, didn't expect to go down that avenue. Number 4, how much bigger was the Super Sweep top prize in the USA version of the Supermarket Sweep to the UK version? It was 660% larger. Did I write down the figures for that? I really hope I did. Oh God, that was a long time ago. Yes. So in the UK version, the highest prize you could win was £10,000. In America, it was $100,000, which works out about 660% of £10,000. There we go. And number 5, the Weakest Link game show features contestants trying to string together how many correct answers in a round. And it was 9 questions without getting one wrong. It's tricky. Gave plenty of fodder for Anne Robinson to just be rather mean, actually. Rather mean. So well done if you've got some of those right. I know that there's technically a 25% chance of you getting them right, regardless of what answers you put down. But still. Musing picture game show. Oh, please. Let's see what we've got. Creatively struggling. It's 23-24 here in the Netherlands. My word, we are almost done. We're very close to being done, Maple Panda, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you staying up and watching the show all the way into the wee small hours. Appreciate that. Gamer Hall, got to leave now, but this has been a fantastic show as always. Also, my game show would have been that the contestant meets a person and learns about their life and hobbies and then has to guess what they named their pet or child with pictures. That's nice. I like that very much, Gamer Hall. That is good. SJBack72 contestants have to guess the value of the artifacts in Jeff Bezos' house, room by room. Yeah, that's good. Her name would be billionaire much? Be kind of a Cockney billionaire much? Or it'd be specifically Bezos, wouldn't it? How much did he Bezos for that? Maybe. Something like that. That's good though. I like it. Captain Sheep 222. You spin a famous oil painting on a Wheel of Fortune style roulette table, and the person who can name the piece first as the spinning slows down gets money. Person with the most money goes to the bonus round where they are spun and have to guess the name of a still oil painting in 10 seconds. Spinning and art. combined in the most exciting way. That's nice. That's really good. Could I work out a way of doing that? I have considered a round of this quiz that would be that. It's your classic, would be very blurred, and then each round it gets clearer, and whenever you manage to guess it is how many points you get. But it'd be difficult to, because you would get the answer immediately. You wouldn't then need to go back and get the answers later. Would be the only tricky thing. But that's good. Oils, roundabout, because you put it on a roundabout. Or roundabout. I think roundabout is winning. I think roundabout wins that one. Lovely idea though, counting sheep. iamart, my game show, would be set in IKEA. Love it already. Contestants get given a word and have to rush around the store trying to find said item, and they win the item if they find the correct one. If not, they win a single miniature dime bar. So everybody gets something. That's good. You're not going home empty-handed, which is a lovely phrase to hear from people. I like the IKEA-basedness of it all. I like the idea of if you could so you get given a word and you have to find the word. That's tricky, and because I assume it would be a Scandinavian word. Find dump. Oh gosh, what's a dump with an umlaut? Oh gosh, what is it? Is it a stool? Is it actually it's a bunk bed? Ooh, gotta go running. I think that's good. I need to tell you about how I once competed on Wogan's Perfect Recall in 2008. Got the final, was too optimistic and lost 100,000 one sweet FA. What? You were on Wogan's Perfect Recall in 2008, got to the final, lost 100,000 and won nothing. Acton. My gosh. I don't remember Wogan's Perfect Recall. Was it anything like Notme's Look Close round? Game show presented by Terry Wogan. Chance to win up to 100,000. 20 questions are asked on a buzzer, all worth 1 point each. If the contestant misses any of the other three, may buzz in and respond. Second contestant also misses. The host reveals the correct answer. Lowest score. Okay, so that's simple. Each correct answer is added to a video wall above the contestants' heads, placed so they cannot see it. The answers are used for all questions in subsequent rounds. Oh, I see. Correct answers are removed from the video wall as they are used. The lowest score. Okay. Chance to win up to £100,000. This is Acton by answering one of a last set of 20 questions in 60 seconds. They may pass a question and return to it later if time allows. But missed questions are taken out of play before the round begins. The contestant must decide how many questions they think they can answer with a minimum of 11. 11 in 60 seconds, my word. Contestant answers that many So did you guess 20? Did you go for 20? Could have won 100,000. Did you get your consolation prize of a piggy bank? Oh, I'm riddled with questions. And you're on the first series of it as well. Mike, I'm going to get distracted by this. Supernash18, give it some welly. Thank you for naming it. We're already past half past. Contestants have to guess how far down a well their teammate is purely by listening to them shout from inside the well. Different rounds, different depths inside the well. A bit like Bullseye, one teammate needs to be the brains and the other is just inside a well. No notes. That's perfect. Different rounds. You've considered it all. I would be very disappointed, sorely disappointed, if you didn't pitch that to somebody. Oh, this is Wogan's Perfect Recall. We need to do it, guys. We need to get through because we've already lost game a whole. So we need to it's the most exciting minute in quiz shows today. So this one, I decided to honor my good friend, my employee, my cohabitator, cameraman George, who is away on a trip seeing some friends at the moment. So I am home alone, just me and my son Jesus, of course. You saw him earlier. So I thought I would give the topic to celebrate his Mexicanity. Latinx actors / actresses. So you need to get your answers in the thing. Where's the countdown? There's the countdown. Is the chat box visible? Yes, the chat box is visible. Okay. I didn't give you much of a lead up to this, but J-Lo says M Action. Great shout, which she's already featured. That doesn't mean she can't feature again. Lord knows it doesn't. Julio Iglesias. What? Interesting. Why is this not coming through on the chat box? Come on. Ricardo Montalban. Salma Hayek. All good shouts. Keep them coming, guys. Anyone from a Hispanic or Latinx background? I was told that it is Latinx on TikTok the other week. I thought it was Latinx. Only seen it written down. I do have to say that Latinx does have a bit more of energy to it, I think. Salma Hayek, Javier Bardem, Antonio Banderas, all good shouts. Anyone else coming through? I'll give you another few because I don't know what's going on with the chat thing here, so... Disappointing that the chat is just invisible. Look at this. Eric Estrada, Andy Garcia, Jennifer Cruz, Longoria, just surname. Gail Garcia Bernal, John Leguizamo, Rita Marino. Any more for any more, or are we all done? Oh, now they're coming through. Penelope Cruz, Oscar Isaac. Let's at least fill the screen. Let's say that. Let's at least fill the screen. It's a little bit more than a minute, but I mean, we're already way over anyway. I thought we were doing better there with the bonus round, but... Guys, I've got to say, you're going to kick yourselves. Nobody got it. You're going to kick yourselves. He is absolutely the man of the moment. Absolutely the man of the moment. I thought people would absolutely be all over this. It's Pedro Pascal. The Last of Us. The Mandalorian. That Kingsman sequel that was different. I believe he was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer once upon a time. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with friend of the show Nicolas Cage. If people got it every week, then it wouldn't be as fun. Guys, get your let me know how many points you got. Get it in the chat. Hopefully it will show up here. Hopefully the chat box will work. But whilst you are getting those into the chat, I want to remind you that in this quiz you are only competing against yourself, guys. There's no point threshold to being smart. If you've got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get, then you are smart. Art doesn't become successful because of the opinions of others or box office numbers. It becomes successful when you say, yeah, that's great. And if you think your performance today was great, then it was great. No two ways about it. And if you are watching this on YouTube and it's not Sunday the 20th of August, make sure you write down your score and your music answers in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you did. You could have also had a go at the minute to win it, and maybe you won. And if you did win, please let me know. That would thrill me greatly. What if... SJ Beck 72, and we're obviously looking for the top three. We're looking for the top three here. Best 3 rounds of the 4 that we did. SJ Beck 72 with 10. Well done, you. Maple Panda lost count, but maybe about 10. M. Acton 20. Well, yeah, so you're only picking 3 rounds, your best 3 rounds. Okay, so you can have your specialist round, but you didn't get 20. I'll say that, because you didn't get the minute to win it at the end. The maximum anybody could get today is 18. So maybe you got 18. If you did, fair play to you. 9 for Super Nashwan 8. Well done, you. Is it a victory for M. Acton? It looks like it may be. It looks like another example of somebody essentially buying their way to victory, which some people would say is unfair, but it doesn't happen every week, and it does reward loyal viewers, and that's really what I want to do here. How many did you get, Em? Without the, of your best 3 rounds. It didn't work. Finally a win. Well, congratulations there, Acton. I think 14. Wonderful stuff. Very well played. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something. Apologies that we went over. Maple Panda dropping in a bit of Lucy there. Lovely stuff. Not a big fan of that. No problem there. I am not me. I am Art. I hope you'll join me next week, same time, same place, where we're doing another quiz. And then the week after that will be another Art Right Now, which I'm already looking forward to. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to the week after. Lots and lots of exciting things on the way. Congratulations to M. Acton. Congratulations to everybody who tuned in, frankly. Thank you all so much, and I will see you next time for another opportunity to say, yeah, baby, I am smart. Mwah. I'll see you.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though Rob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart.